All right, so a nice day in the market today, depending on what you're looking for. Looking at Tesla here for Monday, May 20th. It's Tuesday. Here's your daily chart. Last night I had mentioned that I would love to see a pop up to this blue line, the 20-day moving average, and then pull back off of that line. That line today is at 198.53. As you can see, we did tag that level. We did go a bit higher, but then pulled back. Looking at the 10-minute here. Let me turn off my aftermarket. There we go. So back again, blue line, 198.53. Here's today's action. 198.53 was right here, right where my cursor's at. So we did hit that level in the first 10 minutes of the day, pulled back, made a nice bearish pattern, as you can see here, and then eventually had a really nice sell-off. Started here at about 9 a.m. to almost 11, so a nice 2-hour sell-off here on Tesla. As you can see, it's managed to stay inside these two lines, which I drew on the chart last night. You could go back and look at that. Short term, I am looking for a break of this line here. I'm looking for this bearish pattern to play out. If we do lose this level here, this line here, you should expect Tesla to fall. All right, next up, before I move on, let's take a look at this weekly chart on Tesla. This is a bearish pattern. This is a big bar here. This is a weekly, and this is a bearish pattern inside this weekly. Just really quick, a bearish pattern is this type of move here. Bullish pattern would be if a stock is there you go. So this is bullish, this is bearish. As you can see here, this is clearly a bearish pattern. Look at the blue line here. That's the 20-day moving average on the weekly chart, currently at 201.17. So keep that level in mind. We could tag that. There's two scenarios here. We could break up above these two lines and move up here into this 210.18 level, which would still be bearish on the weekly, or on the daily chart, this pattern here could play out. As I said, again, we did tag this blue line here, the 20-day moving average, and now I'm looking for a break of this line here to the downside. Moving on, Yelp. Yelp managed to close above this level here today. That level is at 57 even number. Yelp closed up 7 cents on the day, 0.12% at 57.38. If you're wondering where that level comes from here, that's this pivot top here, which became the low here, and now we are back above that level right there. On Yelp, I would still like to see Yelp tag this level, 59.71, and then pull back off of that level. You could make the case somewhat this too is in a bearish type pattern here. It's not the greatest pattern, but you could see what I'm looking at. Inside bar here, this being resistance number 1. Today we did break above that level, closed above it. We also closed above this blue line, your 20-day moving average. Short-term upside on Yelp, this level here, 59.71. Next up, Netflix. This one was fun. Last night I mentioned this level here, 370.56. I want to show you guys something on Netflix here. Looking at the 10-minute, as you can see here in the morning, we tagged that level here, pulled back, rallied back up. We did go above it, but on the next candle, we did sell off. And watch that level. Watch how it just was resistance for most of the day. Until the end of the day, Netflix did get a nice rally. And like I said, we did close above that line, closing at 371.67. There we go. Short-term upside on Netflix. This pivot top here, 380.88. So you've got, let me draw that better. And as you can see here, there we go. I see a whole lot of resistance coming up on Netflix. Number one, you've got this pivot high at 380.88. This bar, the low of this bar here, 380.76. And this little area here, as you can see here, was some resistance. So that's my max move right now on Netflix. Netflix could go higher tomorrow. Like I said, I still am bearish on Netflix. Looking at the weekly chart for Netflix, there is your 20-day moving average, currently at 378.06. So there's not I don't see a whole lot of upside on Netflix. I know some of you guys out there are bullish on Netflix, but that's just what the chart's telling me. This is just my opinion. Again, this is your short-term upside for Netflix. Next up, Yahoo. Yahoo closed down 2 cents today. Pretty much a flat day for Yahoo. As I've mentioned, I'm watching this level here as resistance, 34.70. Today's high was 34.47, so not quite hitting that level today. Again, a flat day on Yahoo. You have a lot of resistance up here on Yahoo. You've got this line, you've got this blue line and the purple line, your 20-day and 200-day moving average crossing each other, so that's resistance. And you've got that red line, the 50-day moving average, as more resistance. So I do favor the downside on Yahoo. Next up, Bank of America. Bank of America, I'm sorry. Long term, I still like this level here, 1377. I know that's a little hard to believe, but you know, Bank of America looks weak down here. It's trading below all the moving averages, your 200, your 50, your 200, and your 20. We're trading well below that. Bank of America today down 14 cents, 0.95%. This level here, like I had mentioned, was previous support. We bounced here. Notice today we just kissed that level and pulled back. Let's look at the 10-minute chart. Get a better look here. As you can see here, we sold off in the morning, rallied back up, just barely missed this level here, and had a nice sell-off towards the end of the day. All right, next up, I want to add one more stock to the list here. Twitter. I was looking at this earlier. Twitter to me is making a nice pattern here. I drew this in earlier. Watch for a break above this line here. This is looking bullish to me. Again, this is just my opinion. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. Take a better look at it. There we go. My line needs adjusting here. There we go. So again, for Twitter, this is bullish in my opinion. This is a bullish pattern. Any pop above this line here, a close above it, you could see some upside on Twitter. Looking at the the daily. Alright, well, it's close enough. Right there. Currently, Twitter's at 31.77. Tomorrow, if this makes a new high compared to today's candle, today's high was 32.39. If tomorrow we do make a new high, break that high, this could see some upside. Watch this 20-day moving average, currently at 36. Once again, Twitter does look a little bullish to me. So I'll keep watching that one. And that's all I had for tonight. Thanks again for watching, and I appreciate all the comments. Thanks.